Okay, so it's the evening of April 6th, 2022, and um, I am exhausted. I traveled for like 4 hours today, I think. I'm very tired. I'm gonna fall asleep without brushing my teeth, and I know that's not good. But I'm not really depressed as much as I am. I'm not really even concerned, honestly. I'm in a state of detachment still, and I like I don't want to deal with reality right now. I'm just looking forward to having an appointment at my doctor's. I set that up about a week or so ago, so I'm traveling so that I can figure things out. I am very If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I keep you by my side with my superhuman might. It's playing. Sorry. I like that song. I feel like I'm very exhausted. I had a great evening. I went to a restaurant where this guy, the owner, gave me a second, it was a wrap. He called it a sandwich on the menu, but it was actually like a wrap, a falafel wrap. It was absolutely delicious. I don't want to spend much time on this video. What I was thinking about though, and wanting to get down on video, was my confusion, I guess, of trying to maintain financially, as well as not knowing where to go or who to trust, so I don't ever reach out to, like I said, the resources. So because I can't trust anybody, even face to face a majority of the time. I can trust a lot of individuals. I'm very easygoing, but to the sense that they betray you the moment there's something, it makes no sense. The amount of betrayal in the world, the lack of loyalty is astounding, is perplexing. I just don't understand why everyone gaslights everyone else. I just want to rest. I feel exhausted. I feel like this baby moves way more than I remember my daughter moving. And I feel sickly because I can feel it more now that I've started, working out, and I honestly can't remember why I wanted to make this video. I guess I'm just confused right now. I'm completely disoriented because I feel like I don't know how to be happy all the time when I'm going through so much turmoil. People are confusing. Humans are confusing. If you don't understand where someone else is coming from, what makes you believe that your perception is greater than theirs? Because you see people with handicaps all the time, disabilities, and they just can't engage with some people's realities because it makes absolutely no sense to them. That's how I feel when I engage with people like my family members. That's how I feel when I engage with people like my ex-husband and his family. I feel like I'm in another world, like in another realm. Like everything I was taught, all the literature, all the teachers that I had informed me that I had these rights. And then all of a sudden, I have the worst family, and they stick up for themselves and their deviancies, and then it just follows suit, and I have all these issues now to this day. I don't want to have to deal with warrants, so I'm just not going to. I tried. I tried. I put in a lot of effort. A lot of people don't realize how much effort it takes me to engage with other humans. I get scared very easily, and I run away, or, I just freeze. And, I'm not really even sure how to take it when people are flirting with me and they're trying to get to know me and whatever, because I've been so damaged my whole life. And I really just wish this would all go away, my reality. I don't want to have a baby that is going to be ripped away from me for the stupidity of others. The fact that I did stupid shit while pregnant, so does a lot of other people, and they manage to get by, and then they don't tell anybody, and then they take things, and their kids end up with deformities and whatever, and then they chalk it up to, I didn't know, and in actuality, oh yeah, they did. So I'm trying to do the best by myself and in the entire circumstance, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this baby. It's just my baby, and I have to figure out something about taking care of it, and I have to figure out something about, doing whatever I need to in order to sustain its life. I'm confused. Sometimes I wonder why I'm a girl. Sometimes I wonder why I have features like a girl. It's confusing to me. I'm very confused this evening. I feel like there's a lot of homeless people wandering around in this town, and I could easily get into trouble if I wanted to, but I don't interact with anyone. I had French fries, but I think they were cooked in oil that other meats were cooked in, so I ended up I have a stomachache right now. A slight stomachache. I'm sleepy. I just want to take a nap immediately. Those French fries in one of the wraps, and they were double fried. It was too much. So I just want to disappear. I just wish I didn't have to do all of this anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my poodles are. I don't understand what's going on. Where my daughter is. It doesn't make any sense. None of it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't believe that other people's reality is correct. I don't. It's correct. Yeah, it happened. Oh, it was reality. But their lack of concern toward another human being that they said that they loved, that is the worst kind of pain, And how can you lie to someone for so long and hurt them for so long and then just destroy them? It makes no sense. I was never that callous. Even with this pregnancy, he who shall not be named. I just am cutting that out. Nope. I don't even want to discuss it anymore. What happened, happened. And if I have to deal with it later on, I just hope I don't fucking have to meet him face to face or talk to him ever again. I would not respond. It's the truth. I've detached, I've disengaged. There's too much time has passed, and that's how it is when people don't spend time with one another or get to know one another. There's no attachment whatsoever. It's like seeing someone as just an object. It's very inhumane. Just like the fact that people can cut out the reality of their animals being processed and killed and living a horrific life. And that's why I turned vegan, because I didn't want anybody else's soul to suffer so that mine could sustain itself. And I had to rationalize that over the years, progressively. But the fact that those animals are raised to be slaughtered, that really gets to me and my conscience. And I feel like it's never a good choice to make something suffer in a way where, it makes me feel like myself in circumstances, like when you fatten things up for breeding and then slaughtering them afterward. That's what it feels like to me, because I am so pained by the ideas of living. Why do I have to worry about it? Why do I have to be concerned with my finances? Nobody's ever been concerned about me. I snapped years ago. That's why I haven't worked a job. And when I did work a job for 2 weeks at a gas station a few years ago, or a couple years ago or so, that was it, 2 weeks. I was like, I'm done. No, there's no fucking way that this is worth my goddamn time so I can go home and want to slip my wrists for having to interact with people that were stupid as fuck. So, and I don't mean to say it like that, but it's just kind of like how it is. Like, sometimes people don't know how to do their jobs properly. Sometimes people negate the rules and regulations behind the jobs. And then I'm confused. Like, wait a second, aren't the guidelines, don't they state this? Isn't this how it's supposed to work? It says 1, 2, 3, like, I know how to read. I thought your career or your job, you should know how to read, right? I mean, I thought. So, I'm just chilling. Very angry right now at the moment, just from like capturing my reality. Very angry. I'm angry because I don't have everything that I want right now. I'm angry because I don't have everything that I need right now. There's a huge difference with that too. And then I see all these homeless people wandering around, and I'm thinking, why not? Why not interact with them? Why not go ahead and start doing whatever drugs they're on and just get it over with? Who cares? Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about this baby. Nobody wants to reach out one-on-one, and when they do, they gaslight you and tell you blah, 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 blah. Oh, also, I need this in return. Well, then I don't want to deal with you. That's exactly how it is. If I'm being demanded of, like, no, just no. I will not do shit. I will literally just fall into a fucking ditch, and they know. Leticia's like that. She will literally detach to the point where, oh well, oh shit, I've got AIDS now. Fuck, don't care. Just don't care. So, it's to that point, it's to that extreme. I just don't give a fuck. So, and I try to be happy. I try to, it's not even faked happiness. It's like moments of clarity where I want to just be myself. And then I rationalize, oh God, you've been through a lot. You've sustained a lot more trauma than most people. and you're still standing upright, and you're still progressively working on yourself and managing to successfully maneuver past some of these issues that I've been having throughout the last 34 years, my entire existence. So I'm trying really hard. I hate when I have to like sit all hunched over like that, but then also too I'm like, ugh, I don't know how to like react when I'm sitting with nothing but boobs in the camera. It makes me feel very self-conscious. Even when I was walking around today and dancing in my, because this is a bra that doesn't have any lining in it or anything, so I'm just like, Jesus, nothing but boob. And it makes me feel very self-conscious, because I know people are watching and looking at me and they see them move and jiggle, and it's like, oh, Jesus. Anyway, get over yourselves. They're just boobs. Anyway, tits. Tits. I'm gonna get off of here. My feet are swollen. I need to rest. I need to try to prop them up at some point. I just want to disengage from everyone and everything, if you know what I mean. Like, there's not a whole lot left in me. I'm so sad. And like, I make these videos because of all the success that I've had, personal, the achievements, But does that make me happy? Not in the slightest. Because nothing can get back my childhood. Nothing can get back my innocence. Nothing can get back that pain that I've suffered my whole life. I saw a clip for a movie where this boy, and it was like set in India, where the boy sued his parents for existing because the parents just continually had more and more kids, but didn't focus on the other children and allowed them to get severely abused, and then sold their daughter, very young daughter, into like child marriage. And I'm thinking, at least there's not that. At least I'm not forced to have to be with some dick that wants to destroy a little girl's body. Like, that's the most perverse thing in the entire world. Like, for real, men have too many urges. Men, I just can't even go on and on about it, because I'm just like, I'm on that side where it's like, all they see when they look at me is like cute features and boobs. And then of course something warm to slide into. And that's not fair. That's completely not fair. It's horrifying. And the fact that it didn't get resolved years ago and it's just persisting, that's why I'm going crazy. That's why I'm blogging all of this. That's why I'm disclosing my life, because I'm thinking, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, there's no goddamn way. Step the fuck off. And that's how I talk to men, and they don't appreciate it. They're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? I already know that you've undressed me quite a few times within the first conversation that we fucking had. People, it's insane. Like, what the fuck? I don't go around thinking about what their penis is unless it's something that I would like to try to pursue. And I don't want to pursue anybody. People are demonic. Men are demonic. But then again, I don't know about becoming a lesbian. I just don't know about that. Just personal preference, Personal preference. No, I have nothing against anybody with their sexual preferences in that way, or whatever, their sexual orientation and whatnot. Yeah, is that right? Whatever. Preference and sexual partners. I can't really think right now. And I have no problem with the races either. None of it. And it's not like I even have a problem with all men, because not all men treat me like that. Some men are satisfied with themselves and their relationships, and they don't look at me like that. Instead, they look at me like, oh God, you know, like you've gone through the ringer because, and a lot of times I'd rather be looked at as an ugly girl, like an ugly friend, than some type of, you know, I don't know, like that's what I would rather be to most guys, and they already knew that. I've always been super chill, and that kind of person that hangs out with, just likes to hang out, just likes to chill. And you know, because I talk a lot, because I have a lot of opinions, that's the one thing that most people are like, I don't know, frustrated by. Most people get frustrated by that. Women can't have opinions, apparently, because then women think too much, and women get the idea that men can control their sexual urges, when in actuality it's like, weren't you the one saying that we were kind of the same biologically, blah blah blah. I mean, we are the same species, right? Or we are the same, I don't understand. I mean, are we not supposed to be mating with one another? What's wrong with your brains? Like, why can't I find a mate? Why can't I find an appropriate intellectual partner in that way? Why can't I engage with people? And instead, I'm just like blown away at how ignorant they are. And I'm just like, okay, pass, pass, pass. Even motherfucker that, you know, baby daddy over here, pass. And then he was just like, I don't know, not today, bitch. Not today. Like, you fell asleep in the wrong goddamn bed. Yeah, I fucking did. Should have slept in my fucking car and froze that night too. It would have been worth not having the hassle of these emotions, not having the hassle of feeling alone, and not having the proper, you know, way to afford this child inside of me. You know, my insurance covers all, like, should cover all of it, you would think. I mean, Medicare and Medicaid. And then I noticed on my emails that I had like a picture of a piece of mail I'm supposed to be getting. It's a bill from the lab from my gynecologist, and sure as fuck I'm not gonna pay that shit. You know, your insurances better cover it. I'm sure as fuck not putting myself out of pocket a single dime to carry a baby that I didn't ask for. Second time, third time, fourth time. So, I don't know. Somebody said in one of the videos, I guess I'm just a fertile myrtle. It's silly. It's so silly. And there should be no reason that people should demand me to get on birth control. It should be the man's obligation to, honestly. It should be the other way around. We're not over there demanding sex. We're the ones getting jumped at. And like, just because I wasn't on birth control doesn't mean that I should be held responsible for this in the slightest. That's insane. And I've seen court proceedings where they tried to state, and this is back also, I mean, they used to persecute people, witches, for having an opinion. They used to persecute and kill all of these people for having thoughts that weren't to their standards. This white male, misogynistic, patriarchal society where they believe that the male mentality of sex-driven rage is acceptable. That's not acceptable. What's wrong with you? Like, we're not all human then, apparently, because you're acting crazy. You're, yeah. What demonic forces are possessing these men? Whoa. And then to sit there and state that this falsified rape report, blow it up your asses, for real. The fuck kind of bullshit? I'm not going to jail for that shit. The fuck if I'm going? No. I'm not even worrying about it. It's not even on my fucking radar anymore. The fact of it is this is a whole fucking thing is just backward as fuck, and I'm just like biding my time. Biding my fucking time. I keep telling everyone it's coming. It's fucking coming. And everybody's like, you're just crazy, bitch. Well, yeah, obviously I've clarified that through all of my videos. Duh. And not even that. Like, I'm not as crazy as half the bitches you fuck. So, and the bitch that birthed you. God damn. Burn. So true. Cunty ass whores. Just giving birth to all these cunty ass motherfuckers that think their opinions matter. Especially to the likes of me. No thank you. No thank you. I respect a lot of people, but I also don't respect a lot of people because they don't try. They don't try to be humane. So, anyway, I'm gonna get off here and go take a nap, and then probably wake up in a few hours to use the restroom and then brush my teeth like I normally do when I'm just super exhausted from my emotions in the day and my swollen ankles. I'm sad. I wish someone would massage me. I wish I had one person to massage me, not someone, not anybody. Just one person. Just one person that would want to be next to me for the rest of my days and wouldn't mind that I'm crazy and wouldn't mind that I'm fat and ugly. Beauty is on the outside, not the inside, Leticia. You should have known that when you were being raised, and everybody looked down on you for not working out when you were younger. You should have known the way that men approached you and looked at you and scoffed at you. But you did already. You already knew you weren't up to their standard and that you weren't quite that pretty. But you tried to build the confidence to make it like you were pretty. But you're really never going to be as pretty as those other girls. And you're never going to be as skinny. And you're never going to be as curvaceous as them and perfect. You're just a monster. You were born of crazy people from crazy people, and they created an ugly child, and that's what you have to live with for the rest of your life. These deformities that make you Leticia Servin. That's how it is. Women shouldn't have opinions because things would be rationalized. And then men wouldn't feel superior, and then they would be completely confused as to why other women, women are able to do things that they cannot. And that's when they used to dissect everyone, and they used to kill people on purpose and genocide and whatever, because they felt like they were superior to everyone else, and that no one else should exhibit signs of excellence. No one else should exhibit signs of talent, special features or anything. Like the fact that I can just flop down and do the splits. No. I do it in the gyms all the time. And people look at me like, holy crap, I had no idea that you look like a chunky fat bitch. Like, and then you just flop down. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm not as fat as I used to be. So maybe you should consider that. But most people don't. They think I never went through anything. And they think that I'm just a frumpy, ugly fat girl. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I don't mind. Like, I know how ugly I am. I know how I've wrinkled up really badly because of the trauma and all the sustained anger that I had. I'm all wrinkly and shrivelly. I know that I've got these little pockets here of like the fatty tissue. I know all my flaws, my crooked teeth, my big ears, my big nose, my weird eyes. But then also too, I know that sometimes my features are cute. And some people like that I'm unique and not magazine pretty. I don't listen to those people. I listen to those perfect people that want to kill me off because I'm not quite perfect enough. And that's okay. You have to be something really special for you to be acknowledged in this world. And I'm not any of that. As many talents as I have, it's nothing compared to everyone else. So I shouldn't even look for recognition in the slightest. And I already knew that from a very early age. I wasn't the best artist, I wasn't the best dancer, I wasn't the best anything. And I still am not. I'm just sufficient in most areas. No excellence shown here. Anyway, everybody have a great night, and I hope that everybody else is happy, especially the people that have tried to steal from my reality in order to build their own up. How's that working for you? Does that make you happy? Does it make you happy to see me in my low points crying? Does it make you happy that you did what you did to me? Does it make you happy that you destroyed someone that just wanted to love? Does it make you happy that you don't have to think about it anymore? That your conscience doesn't work the same as mine? And that you can forget about it? Does it make you fall asleep faster at night because of these things? I hope so. That's all I can pray for, is that people are satisfied with what they've done to me, and that they can sleep well, knowing that I've ended up in these circumstances, homeless, raped, carrying a child that I'm confused at, how I'm supposed to finance. I'm grateful. That's all I can say. I'm grateful because I know that pain and suffering inevitably will lead to better things in a different dimension. There's nothing that can ever make me happy ever again. I'm going to be completely honest. Nothing. No replacing children. No nothing. You can't replace children. You can't replace pets. You can't replace that love. You can't replace parents. You can't replace anything. So, and I don't know why people think that, because material things are one thing, but then the emotional attachments that happen with things. Anyway, I'm getting off of here. I'm so sick of having to preach to people. I'm so sick for having them to tell these things to their face, straight to their face, and telling people about their problems when they should recognize their own flaws. They should recognize and want to change themselves for the better. No. That's why I think it's funny, because I'm just I warned so many people. They don't see it as a warning, they see it as a crazy girl telling them to change. No, it's none of my business if you change or not. But there are some times that I see hope in people, and there's sometimes I see a continual cycle of pain. So there's not much hope left on this consumer level. A lot of people are very angry because they have to work. And then COVID happened and nobody wants to work anymore because they rationalize that life is too short, and why should they have to work for the things that other people have been allotted because they stole? You know, that's not fair. You can't steal from people from the very beginning and hoard it for yourself and then turn around and presume it's going to get you anywhere. Maybe in life, like you think, in this plane, right? In this, you're so rich, you can freeze yourself and whatever, and all this fancy stuff. I was watching a documentary about it. Like, you know, if I were that rich, right? What's so special about your corpse? What's so special about your mentality? What's so special about your brain, aside from it being able, certain people being able to solve riddles and puzzles better than others? I stopped trying years ago. I like Sudoku though. I got through with a puzzle in 11:21 yesterday, and I haven't played it for a couple weeks, but it was on expert. I just feel pretty proud of myself when I can get it under 15 minutes and whatever. Just gotta keep trying. Practice makes perfect. Oh wait, Leticia, you'll never be perfect. Remember, you'll always be fat and ugly to people. You'll always have crooked fucking teeth. You'll always have fucking disgusting skin. You'll always just be disgusting. And that's why nobody wants to be with you. Oh, I already rationalized that years ago. I already knew I was fucking ugly. Fugly. I already knew that. That's why I avoided men. Because I thought, well, if I come in contact with the one guy that wants to manage to see my flaws every day, like that exists. You're right, men want perfection and nothing less. And then when they can't get it, then they're all disappointed. Oh, I should have went for the fugly girl. I should have went for the loving one instead of this bitch over here that's made out of plastic. Right. Because I bet she's great in bed and can also cook and shit for you and can also take care of you emotionally. I bet there's so many of them that aren't conceited, that aren't after things for themselves and just wanting to perfect themselves so that they can just go off and have somebody else nice. Because you want that. People are crazy. People are insane. Anyway. There's so much that I want to relay to individuals, but then there's like not enough time in the fucking world on this earth, not enough breath to tell people off. I was having such a good day too. And it's always like that, the fluctuation in mood, because I have to fall back to reality. I have to fall back to the fact that I don't have any reason to be happy. I'm not pretty, I'm not rich, I'm not smart, I'm not any of these things. So, why have an opinion? I'm nothing. Not to myself, not to anybody. I'm nothing and no one. So, yeah. It's easy for me to rationalize all of this. Rationalize. I don't have the best vocabulary because when I'm waking up, I continually repeat myself. And oh dear God, I wonder if he's just a fucking genius when he rolls out of his bed. Nasty shit-stained bed. Which reminds me, I was sitting at the restaurant and some dude came in his like short, tight, sort of like pale shorts, you know, those weird Beach Boy style, like with the pockets, you know, like, you know, just like too tight shorts. I don't know why men wear tight shorts like that, but oh God. I wish I could take photos of things, but I don't want to call people out because I feel like, okay, I've suffered through that kind of stuff too. What if it were me? He had a freaking shit stain on the back of his fucking shorts with his long ponytail and his whatever fucking, like when they have that sort of like beach bum attire style. And oh my God, there was a fucking, and it wasn't like a dark shit stain. It was more like it was light brown. So it was more like, I don't know, maybe the color of the wall behind me. Like, it wasn't dark or anything. It was just sort of light and right on his like light pinkish looking shorts. I didn't laugh at him or anything, but at the same time I laughed inside because I thought, man, when I was overweight, I remember instances where I had shit myself in the bed. I was over 300 pounds. I couldn't control my bowel movements. I couldn't control any of even my limbs and everything. I was so overly depressed and just dying and on so many pharmaceuticals, and they tried to give me more pills to fix the problems, and you got one problem, you've got side effects from one thing, here's another pill for the side effects, and I went through all of that, and I realized that wasn't right for me in particular. Sure, if you want to go ahead and do it, it's none of my business. I just tell people from my perspective, it didn't work for me. Putting a little bit of effort into myself and taking time out to recognize what I needed to work on, that's what worked for me. Cognitive behavioral therapy, because it was all in my head. And so, and a majority of it is. Even psychological ailments can lead to physical ailments. It will cause you to high blood pressure, all of that, and then it leads to clots and everything, and depending on what you're eating, depending on how little you're exercising. And I realized I literally have to stay active every day. I literally have to get up and at least dance for a little while, to do some stretching, and if I don't feel like myself. And I was gagging in my sleep when I was 310 pounds. I was gagging, and the heartburn and everything I was getting, the acid reflux, it was just, I was waking up with vomit in my throat and in my mouth. And that's when I knew I had to make a change, or I would never see my daughter again. And now that's real distortion. That's real mental illness. That's real everything. And there's nothing faked about it at all. People saw me, they knew. And when they saw me gradually morph back into myself, because I said, well, fuck your words. I'm gonna do things my way because I know you're all liars. You're all manipulators, and all you did was try to hurt me. Just like my ex-husband, all his response was to shove me in psych wards. That's what he did. That's why I continually call him from the psych wards, because when I'm in that state, that's all I can think about is the last person that put me in there. And I understand where I get these detachments, because it's like playing it out over in my head like a movie. I can't even stop myself from engaging in this behavior. It's more like I already know the process of my mental, the breaking down. That's why when I videoed that instance back in around my daughter's birthday this last year, 2021, and I got arrested for trespassing, I had to record that. I knew that I needed to record that interaction. I knew that it was coming. I knew that it was boiling over. I was fearful of recording it, but I knew that it would be best for everyone to realize and acknowledge that that's the kind of strain a woman goes through when she's been forced into submission and has been robbed from, and manipulated and coerced into doing things and abused. That's all there is to it. The abuse, And of course I'm gonna snap. Of course I'm gonna seek out my baby. That's common sense for me. She came from my body. No paper is gonna tell me that she's not fucking mine. She was literally ripped from my fucking body in 20 minutes. You think that I don't remember that? And I remember my brain was so fried after so many psychiatric medications and stuff. People were asking me, officers were asking me, who's Brandon? Who's Tara? And they were looking at me all wide-eyed, and I was like, what are you talking about? They exist, don't they? I mean, I know I haven't seen them in years. I know I haven't heard from them in years, but I swear they exist, and so it was purposeful. They did that on purpose, these people in the psych wards and, the doctors and the officers, to manipulate and distort my mind even more. It was very disheartening for me because I could see it from a third-party perspective. It was almost like I was outside of my body, witnessing what was going on, but couldn't interact with myself to change the circumstances, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, the officers completely wanted to just fuck with me. Who's Tara? Who's Brandon? What do you mean? You were married once? You lived where? Dogs? And I'm just like, whoa. Yeah, that's sad. When somebody just wants to mess with someone for no goddamn reason. Who the fuck does that? Like, who the fuck those people are. By my last name. The fuck? Anyway, I know there's probably people walking around, can probably hear me through the door a little bit. And all I want to do is zoom, and a boom, boom, shake my run. I just want to go sleep for a little while and wake up and take care of my teeth. Anyway, I like that I have structure to my body again now that I've started working out. It's nice. I'm very proud of it, and I'm actually very proud of the progress that I'm making on my spine, because for years I just had a hunch and a buffalo hump that I just couldn't get rid of, and now I'm actually engaging the muscles, and it's like my body doesn't know what to do. Anyway, we all knew it was coming one of these days. Yeah, I just farted. My mother, you're so uncouth. Bitch, everybody does it. Everybody does it. I'm in a bathroom. Where else would I need to do it? Anywhere. I'm by myself. Because I got it on film. I like to do that. Demean myself before anybody else can. That's why I think it's funny when people try to share my material, and then I got another message too earlier where it said, so-and-so, you better watch out for so-and-so. They'll come after you in real life. With what? What are you going to come at me with? I've already disclosed everything. What you got? Are you going to come after me with your pocket knife and your distorted, jacked up mouth? Didn't think so. Didn't think so. I mean, honestly, what are you gonna do? You gonna come after me? Is that what it is? Oh my God, the cyber bullies. Oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh my God. No, don't come after me. No, please. Seriously, I can't handle it anymore. Were you gonna come after me not just online, but in real life? Not in the virtual world? Real life? Oh, okay, yeah. I'll wait for that day to happen. I'm gonna watch my back. Oh, where are you? Oh, are you there? Are you coming after me? Huh? Do you know where I'm at? Oh my goodness, I'm so scared that you're just gonna try to slander me. or violate me. What are you gonna do? Send a hitman? Oh, I didn't think so. Retards. I say retards. But I don't mean that in a derogatory way toward other disabled people. I mean that in like the best of ways toward people that are actual bullies. So, politically incorrect. So is that, but I did it on camera and farted. Fuck you people. You think I care? I already know my flaws. I already know this and that. That's why I publicized everything, because I have nothing to hide. Nothing that I'm not gonna already disclose on my own. Oh, which reminds me, I was gonna tell you, I thought I had already received my karma through like years ago when I first got rid of an abusive fiance. Now this is something. I did tell him I was going through like bad financial situation when I moved down to Arkansas from Wisconsin, because I sustained a lot of abuse through the relationship with my ex-fiance. His name was Gerardo. And so he and I, when we separated, like I had a ring that he had given me and I did end up pawning that. But I think I only received like $75 for it, and I'm sure it was a very pricey ring because it was a lot larger than I had anticipated, anyway. So when I moved down to Arkansas, I did end up telling him at one point, I said, well, I'm pregnant and I need $500 for an abortion. And he was like, fuck you, bitch, you're not pregnant. And then he was like, show me the baby in 9 months. And I was like, shit. So yeah, he just blocked me and that was it. That's like the one crazy time I tried to do something crazy and I rationalized immediately after that. I was only 20 years old, so I was actually very young, and it was only that one person that I tried to manipulate, so really it's not that bad. Like, I didn't try to do that with all of my boyfriends or whatever. So the fact of it is that I thought I received my karma years ago when I ended up getting pregnant directly after that and had the abortion with Parker Green Snyder. But then it feels like, what the fuck am I doing reliving that karma again? When in actuality, I told some guy, hey, I am pregnant, and he just ghosted me. Like, what? That's sad, because it's actually like his baby, so that's like so sad. And there actually is a baby. Like, that's the worst part about all this, is that it's fucking factual. That's the saddest part. Jesus, here goes another hour. But I like to divulge all this stuff. I don't mind telling people, yes, I was fucked up back in the day. Yes, I did some crazy shit. Do I continue to do that crazy shit? No. But at the same time, I know that when there's a detachment, bitch, you better hope that I don't have something sharp around me, because swear to Christ, it's gonna come out one of these days when any of these abusers come near me, like straight up. So, and it's not even verbal abuse. Like, I can handle that. Like, this person's slandering me online, all these different people slandering me online. I don't care. Like, live your life. If that makes you happy, go for it. Then I'm glad I made you happy. Like, I'm glad these videos had served a purpose, and I'd rather people get something good out of these videos as opposed to, constantly negative from it. And I'm like, no. That's why I just disclose it. I'm like, bitch, you don't even know. I've done my set of crazy, and then I repented, and I was like, no thanks, I'm not gonna do that shit again. I know the karma behind that. So, I think that's funny. I'm in the weirdest mouth, these freaking teeth. Yeah, I'm so ridiculous. Alright, April 6th. Jesus, is it? Already the fucking 6th? Where the fuck have I been? Traveling, man. Sometimes it gets to you. Anyway, I'm exhausted. Maybe it is jet lag, but I haven't been on a plane, so obviously it can't be that. It's just me traveling. I'm exhausted. Jet lag. You can't get jet lag when you're in a car like that. Well, if you can, I guess, if you're going long distances. But fuck, I'm tired. I'm weary from my travels. I'm weary from my travels. Anyway, alright, everyone have a blessed night. April 6, 2022. Leticia Collins Servin. Boy, I can't even remember my own name right now. That's weird. Like, I think it's just exhaustion. That's all it is. And I swear to God, hormones that are making me go crazy. Fucking insane. I would totally strangle the father of this child if I had him in front of me. Like, if it was just me and him in an enclosed room, he wouldn't survive. That's exactly what it would be like. Like, straight the fuck up. Back in the day, they used to be they allowed couples to, you know, take it out physically on each other. And like, was it not the Vikings, was it? Like women that were allowed to beat them and everything. Somebody wants the bathroom. I've been in here for an hour. I guess they really want a shower. Maybe this is the only shower there is. Anyway, this small facility. Everyone have a great night. Bye.